write me, type me, and fight for a mic me. In reality, what's something right? Find me, you can write me, hold tightly, and fight for a mic me. Never know what makes you mighty. You're quick. Hold up, I'm right here now. You and me. And don't you know that life goes? You gotta step into the flow. Yeah, sometimes you gotta chase it. That is what you make it. This moment is a candle mountain. Maybe your name, I'm getting another one. This moment is a flower mountain. If you know what it will die. This moment is a planet tilting. That kid you might deal with it. This moment won't last, it'll be a hard past. This thing you call the present is already past. Many more. Okay, man. Many more. Many stacks. Dynamo New Harlem. Money more. You gotta step into the floor. Sometimes you gotta chase it. And it's what you need. Money more. Okay, man. Money more. And I'm on you, Good morning, my people. According to the new regulations, everyone will tweet enough 30 kilometers per hour. As a matter of fact, I'm doing 30 kilometers per hour. But good morning. Little question Friday. Buza tugende mwasuze mutya bantu bange leero njagadde broadcast yayo tugikolera ene Gaba. The last time I came in to Gaba, I don't know, I think I was like 11 years. The last time I came to Gaba. I was 11 years. It was a birthday party, and that's the day I think I altered my birthday to try and also get to celebrate a birthday. So I don't kanaka for bulijjo kali wano kale nali simanyi we kali. It's smaller than it seems online. Now we just deceptive advertising, eh? Like online it's huge. Ni wanonga katono. So where is the beach? Good morning, my people. How are you today? Network then this is the National Water Institute. Munagere wali Gaba Beach. For the people that have never come this way, I thought nangi nambula bulambuzi. But it's question Friday, guys. Mubuze. When I get a place to to settle. I'll also, of course, Jababu Zako, Sechino. This is Gaba. Okay, man. I love Mega. She don't, you want me. She don't, you want me. But I tell her. Yes, I tell her. So, guys, there is a play I'm directing. It's called Meat Farmers. It's on the curriculum, year literature. It's called Meat Farmers, written by still the same person. Bamitani, Dr. Yusuf Serunkuma. Kati beach decide zeni. Ena kubanga decide zeni. It is simanji olaga. But I know the beach is this way. Katubenga abayingira tusabe we tukoma. Dr. Yusuf Serunkuma yawandika katapaka baita Meat Farmers. Hey. You would know how people in governments farm meat. Hey, we were no amazi mukalengera. You guys see the water. Owanzenze kaza agalaba. You guys see the water. Welcome to Gaba Beach Hotel. Kakati. This is Gaba Beach. Onalimu kumpa parking. Alimu kumpa parking. So guys, mbatwale yeri. Why? Jebale. Nze jana nambula ku mazzi. Sigenda lyato nditya. Njagala kulengerayo bulengezi. Kali nakuwa emmere. 10 nawe. Sigenda lwawo. Nikandike reverse board waliwo erizi. Paka eri. Kale. Alright. Genda lambula beach. And the last time I came here, trying to Gaba Beach, Gaba Beach, and of course, me I can never take the boat. I'm amazing at here, but of course, there are people that have never come this way. I think Abanji, Oyagarangazi way. Kali. Guy. Get from the beach. But anyway, guys, muje kansoke mbabuzeko. Keith Muyombia, Mark Zaz, David Klaje, VIP, Chisembo Jose, Karota Uganda, Travel Life Vlog, Morad K, Momo VIP, Sebugwao Medi, Seru Victor, Paul Sema, and I ate fresh fried fish some time back. Hope the traders are still there to get up eat out. Let me see. How much do I need? Rambulika Beach. Yes. This thing might get hot on our parking lot, and if it's going to get hot, we will. So now the question is going to be, Arthur, did you plan to actually go to the beach today? Yes, I have an engagement that cannot allow me to go into town now. And my engagement is at 9 a.m. and it's this way, trying to look for sponsorship, convention. So I thought, instead of just waiting, why don't I kind of like tour the beach? When was the last time we were at the beach? Yeah. Of course, we're going to get mu hotel. Mzee parking that. Mzee, ngonyize. Kale, take him alarm. Aha, so guy, mumpulira bulungi. Wadde wano mbuuka agambye okunaabuza naye. Arazero. So anyway, guys, so but anyway, guys, continue asking your questions. Good morning, Gaddafi. Ugambotia. And as well, I'm also going to be talking about the reason why I think ladies should be coming with their boyfriends. We could not finish it yesterday. It's also the reason why I did not post the car we inspected yesterday. We did inspect a car. We bought a Toyota Primo, and I'm going to post the pictures and the inspection report today, so that then we can talk about it. Tomorrow. Yeah. Kari. You know, you know, people are laughing at me. But my kids actually fear big water. And I think this water has actually come too close. Don't you guys think? So, finally, this is Lake Victoria. How many of you guys have never been to the lake? So, Julius, in the Gaba, along the beach, someone wanted to take me on a boat. I think the water came in. Whatever Kayumba. That one. Let me zoom in. Let me try to zoom in. Why isn't the zoom working? That one. Akokari Kayumba. But then it's in the water now, eh? So I think the water came a little bit too close. Why isn't the zooming coming out? You know, guys, the thing that happens when we are here in Uganda, we rarely come to places like this. But these are normally the first places we go to visit. What you mind? These are normally the first places we go to visit. It's too windy. Yeah? You can feel the wind. It's too windy. And then, let me see if I can zoom. Look at those islands. I don't know what island is. Island for the people that have been here. That's on the side of Entebbe. I'm thinking then it goes round and round, and there's this. I think I'm going to go to that rock. Yeah, I have a topic. Such events. Good morning. The sun meets the lake. Obviously, it's very. I have to like. Tighten my curve. Chris Fitness, good morning. Henry Modern Juice, good morning. Council Patrick Asiko, good morning. Woo, it's really I think the places where I've visited and I've gone to the beach a lot of times have been in Norway. If you said every single in Norway, I'd go to the beaches, however cold it would be, and then I would even touch the water. Yeah, but this is Lake Victoria. The water is not blue because it's not ocean water. This is lake water. It's also not salty. So anyway, guys, it's Question Friday. Ask your questions to Gende. I'm also going to go ahead and talk about our topic today. Why I think ladies should actually be coming with their men or boyfriends when they come to Arthur, are you going to do an inspection of a boat? No, I'm not going to do an inspection of a boat. I am just here doing the broadcast from the beach because I have an appointment at 9. So I thought I could, instead of going into town and then coming back this side, I would just do the the life from here. And it's been a long time since I came to an actual beach. Forget about those commercial places they call beaches, but an actual beach like this one, where you don't have to pay tax to come and look at the water, because I never really entered the water. I last entered the water in when I was still at campus. That's 2012. And then these are all the boats that to go get fish. They use them for fishing, yeah. Bridget Kakai, good morning. President Antonio, good morning. Whatever inspection of inspection of boats should be done by people that inspect generators. Ezo engines za matwe, they're like generators. So those are the guys that understand those. And then there's a market that way, and then I think that's where they use they get the firewood from. So our topic from yesterday was why people should be, why ladies, when the ladies come to buy cars, should come with their husbands. I also mentioned along the way that I think if a lady is going to buy a car that is less than 18 million shillings, for the love of cars, indeed they have a boyfriend or a husband, they should be coming with them. I'm using this subject to the history I've had with ladies that bought cars. They are buying cars outside the bond. I've had a lot of trouble with ladies like that, and nze ne team yange tugenda kudamu ku inspectingira mukyala nga ayina a boyfriend or a big brother, yeah, someone that kind of knows a little bit about cars, ate namulekayo and they come to Arthur to inspect her car. Especially the ladies that are buying cars 15 and below, 16, 17. Why? One thing I've realized about ladies is that ladies like good things. Ladies like good things, but sometimes abanga, the money they have cannot allow them to get the good things they want, yeah? And because it can't allow them to get the good things they want, and the husbands know it. I shared some time ago how Gaba landing site. I shared how some time ago a sister-in-law of mine was going to buy a car, and I kept stalling. Because I know normally what ladies want, and for me, family is very delicate, and I think this is what happens when ladies want to buy cars and they are trying to work with their husbands or boyfriends or brothers. So it takes them a long time to get a car, and they decide that, you know what, I'm going to skip this guy and we saw, so let me just go and get Arthur. You get? Now, what I have seen normally happening, you guys, did you know? It seems boats bring sand. I tell you what other way would they be bringing the sand here? So, so when they buy a car, then there is normally trouble at home. There is normally trouble at home. So this is sand. I'm actually thinking it's the boats that bring the sand. Yes, it's the boats that bring the sand. Now I'm daring myself by going here. I'm daring myself. Under normal circumstances, I would not come here. You see this boat here? Yes, this boat is what brought the sand. This. You remember the boat that Jesus was in when the lake, like, became wild, and you see this thing brought a lot of sand, but you see the engine that worked with it. So this boat brought sand, even the other boat brought sand, and that's the sand it's actually Gwanyanja. In real life, Gwanyanja. You see the little kid driving the truck. This is interesting. This is interesting, man. Kana ka myaka na 12 se bakavuga forward. Anyway, amato guy ndi lyato lifanana erya Yesu. Amato ga Yesu. Whatever in the times of Jesus, and if you guys have seen the Pirates of the Caribbean, these boats, no conveyor mazimanji. Conveyor mazimanji agali. So I think this is the first time I'm seeing a big truck like the Ford being driven by like a 12-year-old. Wait, area ato data forwarding ameke ezo mse. Hey, atoka ise kanonga deni katono. So one mazimanji, and there is a lot of activity that is taking place. This kid is amazing, eh? And he's driving the truck very efficiently. Yeah, it's amazing. That's how I know that, like, driving a car is a lot of skill other than age. So msenyi gwenyanja mulabe gye bagujja. Mulabe ne bwe gufaanana. Eh? And then kiri kye bayita ekiddo. Ekiddo. Bayitanga hisense. Little driver muleke bajja munoonya. That's why I can't talk to him. I actually wanted to talk to him, but will get him in trouble. But he's actually a normal height. He's the normal height of a 12, 13-year-old. So I can't talk to him because it's safer for him. To mulikate tenkanye. Ronald Mucho, good morning. Brian Wanyama, nakubuzizaako. Yeah. Eggulo twaguze primo million asatu mu mukaaga, and the driver was the guy that bought was asking me Arthur katugoba obogula ogisaamu mmeka, and I told him, you know what, nze nga Arthur sali jibuze, there are so many cars that I can get with that money, but you want a primo. Okitegera ate abantu abaveeyo mu kyalo eyo baagala nnyo the primos, that's why they buy them. So anyway, I'm still talking about simula katemwina na bibuzo muli mukunyumira bunyumirwa view. Muli mukunyumira bunyumirwa view. Even me, I'm amazed. You guys can imagine nze ndi wano nempe wonjiwulira babulungi. Kati you guys are hearing it in the microphone. Morning Ramadan. You guys are hearing the wind in the microphone. Ojulira. It's amazing. People should come to the beach more often. What island is that and that? Let me ask this gentleman. Mzee, jebali. Nsaba kubuzaako. Buli obuzinga babuyita batya buli ne kali. Oba si buzinga. Awo tukyali ku lukalu. Kati n'ebizinga biri side ki? Oba tesobola birengera. Nakubanga ogenze. Ogira tunogere ddala eri mu mazzi. Ate kiri. Kano akatono kano. Kata akakazi kana akasoka bakayita bati. Wewe watagenda bakazi. Wagendayo. Awo kupyo awo kasiya. Waliwo akazinga ke bagambye bakazi gye batagenda bakayita kali wala. Kali wala. Ekitegeeza okulaba ekizinga ekyaddala kati nga kalangala. Wala nnyo. Kalangala wala. Bw'oba ogendedde muliri eryato nga liri eryaleese omusenyu ovugirawo bbanga ki tuuka mu kalangala. Are you sure? Situkanga isagala ngambe. Kizinga ki oli ogenze? Kome. Ovugirawo bbanga ki? Sigayi yoyina. Siba nazo zirimu sisi. kati yingine ngeye yalese horsepower yalese omusenyu horsepower ana ese ono amanyi bayana so kilo sawa ngasa era byotise ngoli mukalu kati wano omusenyu gwenyanja omuntu waba guguze wanakula sene ngaguze ngaka forward yako ngai 15 guze forward kati tuguze emitwalo 35 15 wano kati awo transport singa jolaga kale mubagayi mutegedde abagata okwegulira omusenyu ojja Gaba wano n'ekimotoka kyo newegulira forward y'omusenyu owai soko yogere namba yogera bogezi namba omuntu ayinzo kakangende neno nyiri nekubira omusajja 75 nya 72 38 84 bwakuba gwani Robert kale mumulide Robert mukubire simu je mweno niro omusenyu. I think I love the breeze of the beach nange mnabizi yani bambu bitundu Karota, little birthday, come message VIP good morning. As the land is ready for water, is in Headland, Island. Antipatembuza Island, headland. Like fitness, Olusungu ronde tako, Oliwokunda bisabula bisani na sumida mitiyana. Man, come message VIP. Ebirombe by'omusenyu abaana abato bavuga sino track. I've not been there, Antonio. I think I need to go there, but it's amazing to see like a 12-year the campus this is safer to go in a car. Uganda ya not necessary. Okay, guys, Joseph Alikudemba abuza, is it safer to go in a car in Uganda? Why it is not necessary? Kambesi abuza, is it safer or why it's not necessary? Zenga Arthur, I believe, I happen to believe that one of the reasons why I am still whole is because I have been moving in a car for a very long time. Yeah, I have had so many of my friends attacked and beaten ku border ne kubigere, and I think literally everyone I know relative way gwamanyinga bali bamukubiyeko ukatayimbwa. But we all know someone that has gone through that. Me, I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think a car is necessary or why it's not necessary? Is it necessary or not? I happen to think that for me it's a necessity. We want to have peace, to be alive for longer, to be whole for longer. So that's a boat from one of those commercial beaches, and you guys, what about Iliato ngaga bera mu Vikings Baragna Rothbrook bavuga ilio, and these are made locally. So that's a boat that is taking people somewhere. I've never been in a boat. I don't think I want to be in a boat. When I went abroad to things are a little bit better. Ugandans are very nice people. They would go and actually try to save them, but then you have to understand that most of them are not I think these guys are too used to water. So the kankube ekibozi kyange nkimaleyo. Guys, like the broadcast. You're 38, you have only 13 likes. I've not actually researched that, but find the like button. Arthur, is it advisable to give a lift to people in the car? I used to give lift to people in my car. I try to not do it anymore. One, because if a person gets a problem in your car, it's your fault. it's easier for you to talk for a family member. Nganze when nabeda ne muchala wange and she gets a problem in the car or abana bange. They are my kids, yeah? They are my kids. She's my wife. For me, it's very easy for me to talk. Yeah, it's very easy for me to talk. To talk for them. It's very easy for me to say, it's quite hard. It's quite hard for you to talk on behalf of another person. You're not driving a commercial vehicle. Gwe moroka jovuga. Tovuga moroka ya business inti ovuga basabaze. So ku police ogamba oti anti nasanze omuntu ne mutwalako. I find that it's not proper. Gwe chechiriwo. Wene myaka emeka? Wene myaka emeka? Ojiweza 16. Guno mwaka. Nekulabye forward ojivuga bulungi ojichoronga. Ojichoronga. So anyway guys, me I find that don't try to avoid giving people lifts. In case a person gets a problem, because your car is not a passenger service vehicle, it's very easy for you to be apprehended. Basobola okusiba ne bagamba omuntu obadde otwala waaki ovuga basaabaze okitegeera it's not and the strangers, the people that you want to give lift, sometimes they are the people that will lead you to problems. They are the people that will cause issues. Abantu abo baraba. If you drive a robber, for example, if you drive someone that has stolen something somewhere, you are an accomplice. I think that you guys remember now they have passed the UPDF Act. You know what the UPDF Act says? If a soldier commits a crime and you're near them, you're also arrested with them. If a soldier commits a crime and you're near them or you're known to be close to them, you're also a criminal. You're also going to be a criminal. Now we're bagenda kusiba. I think it's the same thing. You guys have had scenarios where a woman said, Guy yanko seze ekiro kyonna aganye okunsasula. Guy yanko seze ekiro kyonna aganye okunsasula. For you to avoid scenarios like that, don't take nze ate abakyala bombe walira ddala. Ni bwaba mukyala wa neighbor wange muyitako. Okitegeera, because even your neighbor will come and say, oyagala mukazi wange. Nikitandikirawo nekiranda. Okitegeera it's nzabakazi batembe waira ddala ate kati mukyala wa neighbor wange bwe mbasi mutwalako. Okitegeera, I can take family members that are ladies, but I don't take ladies that are not related to me at all. Workmates, those I can give a lift because I work with them. That's a relationship you can talk about. But other than that, kati abasajja, my neighbors abasajja, I've realized that men have ego problems. Abasajja tebajja kwagala batwalako. It's very hard for you to find a man that wants to be given a lift and stuff like that. Me, I've found it. Era omusajja bw'omuwa lift omulundi gumu, emirundi egiddako abatakyayagala. So for me, I don't advise that you give lifts. Guys, like the broadcast. Mr. Komita UGVIP, good morning. Jay Sekaja, good morning. So try to avoid. And Joseph Ali Kudembe yabuziza if it's advisable, if it's needed for one to have a car in Uganda. I think that every home should have a car. Yesterday, the gentleman that bought a Primo Yangambye, Mutabaniwe yalwala ekiro, and they were calling people, neighbors, to come and help them take the kid to the hospital. No one was willing to get out of bed. And he's buying a car. He doesn't live in the country. He's buying the car specifically for his wife to have a means of transport at whatever time. So yes, it needs to have a car. In lockdown, my son got sick and I put him on my shoulder because cars were not allowed to move, and I had to walk with him to the hospital every day to go mukono to go get medicine. So for me, I find that apart from times like the lockdown, every man should buy a car for their house, for their home, which take it. So guys, buy cars. If we were in an organized country, like how you look at Europe, where they have trams, they have taxi services that come within minutes, which take it, right? It would be okay. Now we live in a country where it's even very hard to get like an Uber in places like Katinganze, Jembe, right? You cannot get an Uber. You can't. We have one taxi guy that drives us. Sarongo. I think we are full estate. So I find that everyone needs to buy a car. Say we holiday ku beach in the Gaba. I should cross and go see what they have brought. Urugambo. I saw one guy on YouTube, he picked a lady from Deep Nakasongola, but police was hunting her. Reaching Kakoge, nga waliwo ekido serious nga bamunonya. Omukazi yesu bako musajja and he was arrested. Yes, Rama Charity Organization, good morning. So, according to Ronald Mutual's story, guys, you should not give lifts to people. Yeah, these kids are amazing, man. And you know, those forwards are manual, eh? Knowing that I've seen adult people that cannot drive manual cars. When I find a kid that can drive a manual car properly, nesino twakayiri na yetsa erimu kujja wano. Oh, with the parking zao. Ojirengera erimu kujja kunona kwa nyanja. Naye bagwezaawo gwase okujuza sino twaka bano. I don't know baba bagwezaawo. Yeah. You see, life here is a little is cooler than that central business district, yeah. What saved him? Jariava was a big person. He had police the following day. He came out. The guy was emphasizing to avoid pickups. Now it's hard to leave a cute babe on the road when it's raining. Chikawariki bagenda kusiba. When you pick her up from the road, then no funa mochi. When you pick her up from the road, no funa mochi. Guys, don't pick up women. Avoid it as much as possible. Get you a girlfriend or a wife and settle, or two wives if you need, or a wife and a girlfriend. And Okisinga wonogenda picking up babes from the road because they are pretty. However, there are no signs to warn motorists about signalized junctions. Some traffic lights are in corners, like at Renzori Courts, Chigo Junction, and others. Allow me to thank KCCA and government for replacing some roundabouts with signalized junctions. They have really eased the traffic. Thank you, Mr. Cometa. Mr. Cometa is very vigilant. Very vigilant. Whoever they very vigilant. Well, guy, don't pick up babes. However cute the babe is, however cute the babe is, the end is the same. There is no way you're going to tell me because the babe is cute, you're going to a different place. It's the same place that you're going to come. Here is the boat that just came. How are you? Chechiro man. I'm okay, man. How are you? Lirese byennyanja. Lino lirese byennyanja. Lino lirese basaabazi. Mbadde manya alese byennyanja. N'abatwala. Ekisinsi yewo. Yali walinga ku divine eri. Wali bulebule. Wali bayitawo bulebule. Wali kalinga ka island. Bayitawo bulebule ekisinsi divine. Nawe bayagala special divine. Bayagala ebigende bya basaabaze weli nayo olituukira ddala tufuna Sunday ojja weekend Sundays n'olambulako akolina nnyo amazinze ogera fuufu kati ngera buzze observation Chikawariki, that beautiful lady goes sanga when it's raining over Musamba, never nanga Antonio. After me, I have a habit of becoming a taxi man when I'm going to Ntungama in my no one. I travel live vlogs every civil. I used to do it. But one carry man. One thing I've realized for you to try and avoid trouble is don't travel on trips you cannot afford. It's a very good thing ogenda ku trip ezo when you can afford them. Togenda up country you can zinebo mpitira business nga making a sense. I don't come. I don't. Abigato walisena mu amazizi wano. Ngera ba Yesu we bakolanga na Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, guys, this is hard work. Chano ko yongere geri kuserera. Anyway, guys, just avoid giving gifts to strangers. That's the only way to keep safe. So anyway, guys, abachara, ladies should come with their husbands. Majority of the times, you know how I've been saying ladies give a lot of trouble. Ladies give a lot of trouble because I don't know how God made these things. I think you don't like small boats. I mean, I don't like boats because they take me to water. Please tell them to wear condoms. But me want to Gaba. This is still Kampala. Guys, today here I cannot concentrate. There is a lot of wind. And let's go back to the car. And then they're getting water out of the boat. So kitegeza amaato gano actually gaba gayingizamu ko ku mazzi. Nze ngandituulamu eri kati ekituli bwe kigejja. Ekituli bwe kigejja amazzi ne geeyongera obungi nga tufa. So but they have a market here. So you have seen the economic activities that take place here. There is passenger transportation, there is fishing, there is fish selling, there is selling of fast moving consumer goods like, shops are here. There is a market, there is sand mining and sand selling. Yeah, massive. For Julia, the more muziki. For the more muziki. Yeah, so it has been a good tour, right? What do I want about Janga? And people will be surprised. But so many people have never been to this place. Because tomorrow is Saturday, I think there are things that I have to buy. No. Tomorrow. I think after the broadcast, I will take a few minutes, come to the market and buy those things. Sitcho. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about my topic. Why ladies should be coming with their husbands to buy cars, especially if they are buying old cars that will cost them less than 18 million. Now, with the lady, even at 18 million, I I still recommend a lady should not be very picky. Why? If you want a good car, you should not be picky. You should not be picky. We had an incident a couple of days ago, where a lady actually called me and the mechanic car thieves. We had an incident, but it started with the husband abusing the mechanic, and that happens because omusajja anyiga. It's the one thing I've realized. When a woman goes to buy a car and they don't go with their husband, the husband will automatically be hurt, and they might actually get angry. And I find that's expected. That's to be expected. When a man has a woman, they expect to be part of their every big decision. I expect to be part of my woman's big decisions. And one of the big decisions is definitely buying a car. And when I'm not in that decision, yeah, even the mistakes I would have made, you get, when they are made when I'm not there, are grave. So when we have had, I think we had the first incident that I actually had where a woman called and abused me was a Raum. I shared that story. So the lady came and bought a car, and the day she bought the car, she replaced the brakes, she did service, and then she did not have a driving permit, so she could not drive. So I got her a driver who took her home, and she parked the car for some time. Now she parks the car for about, I think, 2 weeks to a month. When she comes back to take the car, still, I think she did not drive still. Another person drove. Now, when that person came to drive, they changed those brakes in Gawari. But they told her brakes is a guaco. After they have done brakes, after they have done a bikopo, buzedi bufu. After you get it, so they replaced all these things that had no problem at all. So when she called, she abused me. She called and abused me, and I don't even remember how I responded. But later on, she came to buy. She came to me for alarm installation like a month later. So the next time I had the next time I had a strange encounter with a lady was a lady came. She was a mature lady. She came with a boyfriend, like mature lady, about 60 years, came with a boyfriend and the son. The boyfriend, who was about 65 or 70 years, wanted to be the one to broker the deal. As a matter of fact, when we went to cars, he would go to the seller and try to negotiate a deal. And on day one, we did not get a car in Kampala, so they went back. They had come from Masaka. And when they went to Masaka, he went to dealers in Masaka. Now, there are dealers in Masaka that know me. So he went to dealers in Masaka. He told them about the entire situation in Kampala, how the lady's son had some guy that was inspecting. They knew immediately it was Arthur. And they called me, what was negotiating a deal, blah, blah, blah. They told me. But by the time they told me, I think the lady and the son had come back to Kampala. So they bought a car from Kampala. When they bought the car from Kampala, it had a hub that was faulty, and they repaired it. Now, they bought a new hub. But the hub they bought was smaller than what was supposed to go in the car. So it gave them a bit of trouble, you get. So when they went back, I think then the boyfriend became Obabachi Tabatia. And she said a lot of things. Until, of course, obviously, the person that sold them the hub sent them another hub, and they replaced it, and the car was fine from then on going forward. But that's another angle. And then the last time, we had a couple of them, and I've constantly been saying, oh God, let it not be a woman. And of course, there was a time when a gentleman from abroad, I'm thinking he's even watching, sent his daughters to come and buy a family car. And because we kept looking at cars, the budget was really low. The budget was, I think, about 15 to 16. But every car we looked at 16, 15, they thought wasn't good enough. Even the cars that I knew at 15, 16 were good enough. They kept saying, not good enough, not good enough. So I ended up taking them to the bond. I took them to the bond and I told them, you know what? So you can look around in the bond. And in case there is a car you like and you agree with these people that you can buy it, you can call us back and we inspect. So we left that place and we never heard from them again. I'm sure they got a car eventually from the bond because they could even get it on credit. Yeah, but that's another encounter that we got. Normally, the ladies want aesthetics. Now, because the ladies want aesthetics, when they come with people that they cannot listen to, you get, they cannot. Let me give you an example. If a lady comes with a guy that is trying to hit it, the guy is trying to hit it as long as possible. So he's not going to try and annoy this lady. So he's not going to help her make the right decision. He'll just be a yes man. When the lady comes with a son, a young brother that looks up to her, still there's going to be a bad decision made there. The guy is going to be a yes man. And then of course, the last time, we have had a number of times, sometimes I don't, and of course the time that we failed to buy the IST. And normally for me, my question is, when a lady comes to buy a car, my question is always, why this car? Because sometimes ladies come and they want to buy a car, with the boyfriend or the husband or the brother they respect, and this brother or boyfriend has told them that money will not get you this car in good condition. Right? And they disagree with them. Let me leave this guy and let me you remember there's a lady also we bought the wish with. I remember with that lady, we talked to brokers eventually, and the brokers said, you get, there is a broker on TikTok that sells very cheap cars. But that broker, and he told us, Arthur, you get? So ladies have that thing, and still the lady was alone. Now, I know there are plenty of ladies watching. And I would like to advise you ladies, if you have someone that you respect, whose opinion you respect, please go with them when you're going to buy a car. Go with the person whose opinion you respect. That person, all the ladies that come with their husbands, all the ladies that come with their boyfriends, all the ladies that come with brothers whose opinion they respect, they always go away with a good car. There is another lady. I think she bought still the Agura Vitz. When she got home, the husband nabaka akantu kawulirange kakoroba nebuzamu ne kumanyi. The husband naita makanika ne basumula engine. Again, I don't remember what it was. When she explained it to me, they did not need to open the engine up. So they opened the engine up. Then eventually they took it to Chiseka market. Then by the time she calls me, the car was in Chiseka market. And she was saying, and I told her, but your husband is now dealing with that thing. Let him solve the problem. So eventually they told me and they took it to a mechanic. I told them to take it to mechanic naji kwatamu ne yaka. Nenge bulabulamu. Bayali balimi okuzaawo kwaka. Naji kola ne yaka. Still again the husband came to the car for the car naji twala. And that's the last time we heard from them. So guys, ladies, if there is a lady watching this, if you have a boyfriend or husband, you have decided this is going to, because majority of the time when the lady gets a boyfriend, they have decided this guy, if he's committed to me, if he doesn't do me bad, he's going to end up being my husband, right? So this is a guy you respect. This is a guy whose opinion matters to you. When you're going to buy a car, even if you're going to buy a car with your own money, take them with you. Make them understand that the car you're buying is yours. That yes, they're helping you make a decision, but this car is yours. But go with them. all the time we have had trouble with ladies, it's because they did not bring their boyfriends when they are going to buy a car. When they took the car back home, the boyfriend and guys, you'll be surprised. Husbands, bakubenja ulo kubakazi baabwe. Abasajja bakubenja ulo kubakazi baabwe. I don't know how that happens. Like nze setaga kubanja ulo kumama abani. I don't. The moment I will need to kubanja ulo kumama abani. Ajabasi mukazi wangi. Like if I want money from Mama Ban, I just tell her, buy a million you send, and she will give me. And that's the level of control we need to have with our women. If she wants money from me, you get what I'm saying? She knows all my passwords, she knows all my pins. And I've had so many men say, hey, you guys, you sleep with the woman in the same bed. The moment you feel insecure with this woman, ladies, the moment you feel insecure with this man, go osula naye mbuliri ne weebaka n'obulizaako n'oba nga tokyawulira osula naye, but you cannot trust them with 10 million. Mweba guy, you cannot trust this person with your ATM card ng'osula naye. Ladies, you cannot trust your husband ng'ogenda ogula emmotoka tosobola mukwata jangu tugende ne bw'aba emmoroka emubuze mukwate ku mukono mugajja tugende tufune emmoroka ne Arthur. If you disagree with anything Arthur says, we don't take the car. And of course, even husbands, whenever you can, come with your women. I've also found that men that came with their women to buy cars were much more happier with the decision they made about the car they bought. I don't know if you guys get see one meeting. Okay, I'm still safe. You guys, tell your sisters to take their boyfriends when they're going to buy the car. Kubanga abasaze nti ono guy gwenjagala. Okujjako nga your sister is a player. If she's not a player and she's committed to one man, let her go with the man to buy a car. We have had a lot of trouble. We have Vitz jetwagula, the last Vitz we bought. Let me tell you the first thing we had. I think when bagambe moroka egenda kukolako emikolo ekintu mukitwala tuli true. The Vitz we bought. And I find that the lady was really honest with me. On day one, twagigula ng'ekigulu kimeketa nga tukiwulidde era ne mugamba ekigulu ekyo kimeketa naye bw'onoogivuga bulungi ekigulu ekyo ogenda kivuga ebbanga. She wanted to not fix anything. And also guys, please don't lie to me when you come to it. Don't lie to me. Guys be there nga bayina sente zaali badde zifuna emmoroka eri better naye naakulimba ne mufuna emmotoka ng'ebulamu nnyo ng'ate mwalifunye emmoroka eri better naye olw'okuba akugambye ki ekiriwo. So anyway, the lady drives n'akuba ekintu ekigulu ne kiyiika. Ekigulu bwe kiyiika, she calls me mugaka kusindikira mechanic ajje. Nangamba I got a mechanic, he replaced that thing. So I thought they replaced the entire thing. They did not. They replaced just a bit of it. Kati omukyala teyaliyo nga bakola ebintu ebyo. Okitegeera, mukola ebintu ebyo, they did some substandard work. Etuveeyo. Ekyo ne bakikola emmoroka n'etambula bulungi. The next morning, Mbana akava ku broadcast went, she calls me. The first thing she told me, Arthur, emmoroka egenda kunkolako emikolo. And I asked her what happened. Mbadde wano weeyogera emmoroka ezikidde. Ne mubuuza ezikidde etya. Nangamba eyaka. Guys, this is interesting. Guys, we need to teach our wives how to drive. Nangamba emmotoka eyaka nga tamanyi na mmoroka bw'eyaka nga ye bw'alaba ng'egenzeemu switch obutaala bwaka alowooza emmoroka eba eyaka. Ne mbuuza emmoroka eyaka. Nangamba Arthur emmoroka eyaka naye tesimbula. Ne mubuuza emmoroka eyaka nti ye. Naye nga for her nga bw'ateekamu switch aba alaba emmotoka eyaka. Then I asked her, we bought the car from Nakawa, it went to Mukono, and then it was coming back to Kampala. Then I asked her, did you put fuel? Nangamba, yes. Guys, Vitz zinywanga motoka. Vitz zinywanga motoka. This is one thing I'm going to tell you. Emoroka Vitz enywanga motoka. So she saw, I put 10K when we were coming from town, and then I put another 10K when I got home. But remember, she put 10K bwe yatuuka ku kyalo n'alambula ku bantu be. Ne bagivugamu awo test drive bwe baakola ekigulu, n'ayongeramu omutwalo. Ogwo omutwalo nga gwayagala muza. Era namugamba, emmoroka oba obeera Mukono, si Mukono actually, Nakifuma. Obeera Nakifuma, emmoroka egenda kunywanga emitwalo 3 to town and back. Ne ku mitwalo ebiri. Ne mugamba oba oteekemu amafuta, n'agaana edda amafuta mwegali. Ngateekamu amafuta. Naga ne mugaka nkuwereze makanika. When the mechanic went, bateeka amafuta ne bavuga emmoroka ne bavaawo. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes guys, ekisooka I'm encouraging people to have 100,000 shillings ngaza mafuta the day you buy a car. Take mu emitwalo 10. Bino ebintu byogula emmotoka n'oteekamu omutwalo gumu. I remember it happened to me the day I bought my first Vitz in 2018. Nga manyi nti Vitz tenywa yansikako. But a Vitz is a normal car. It's a car. It consumes fuel. Guys, like the broadcast. It consumes fuel. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that day they had a few things to work on mu motoka. Ne babikola. But I think mukubikola ne babako we bakwata ku wire. But also emmotoka yalina ka security switching ate baakasaamu obindoza bano mu kutereza ebintu ne bakwata kantu ako. Abaddayo neebuza omuliro. Emmotoka mu kubuza omuliro because the husband was not involved. I think omukyalo ono emmotoka yasooka n'agikweka ne bbaawe ng'amaze okugigula. Ng'atya nti emmotoka eno bbaawe wange sigimulaze bw'eneebaako keefa omwami ono agenda kunjeeya. Okitegeera agenda kukola ki? Agenda kunjeeya. So emmotoka bwe mubulako omuliro ekiro, I send a mechanic. The mechanic goes there. So the lady calls the husband and the mechanic starts talking to the husband. Omusajja kye yasooka okukola nga makanika amugambye emmotoka ejjeeyo omuliro. Omusajja kye yasooka okusooka kukola kuvuma musajja, kuvuma makanika. Emmotoka eyo Vitz terina muliro, biki, coil zenfu. But the coils were inspected even by me. Ne tuzipima coil nga namu. So, but I know normally when a wife doesn't go with the husband to buy, because the husband will have that negative thing. Ladies, kino ekintu abakazi mu kiyige. The moment you commit to a man, he has to be part of all your decisions. If you cannot let a man be part of all your decisions, don't commit to him. I am telling you this because I've seen it. So, guy navuma mechanic. But now there are things that the lady had told us about the husband the day before. Right? And that time we thought, maybe. We thought the husband was just not a very straight person or not a very good person. So the mechanic takes the car and because I know what happens with ladies, I told the mechanic, I'm going to pay for the wiring things you're going to do. Nze nasasula. Okola wiring yoyo nze namusasula. Ne mugamba kola ebintu byonna byokola togeza n'osaba omukazi oyo ki sente. Era when they finished doing the wiring, I paid. So after they did whatever they did, they batwale moroko okujoza. Bwe batwale moroko okujoza, I think at around 6:37 there, the lady comes from work and she calls the mechanic to take the car. The mechanic goes to the washing bay to pick the car to take it. I think waitaweda chikanga kuminga guy tanatuuka. Omukazi n'ankubira. Arthur, oba muli babbi, oba emmoloka yetaga yingi nimpya mu ngambe. Emmoloka yange tennantuukako wano. Abantu bambuuze emmoloka gye naguze erirudda wa. I asked emmoloka waguze y'abantu. Emmoloka badde bagitutte ku mazzi kujoza. She said, emmoloka booza yaaki? Yaabwe. Ne mubuuze emmoloka badde yagala bagikuwenga eddugala. So I did not know what transpired, but then later on the mechanic calls me n'angamba Arthur omukazi ankubye n'anvuma n'angamba twagala kubba emmoloka ye. Okitegeera and then the mechanic tells me, now I remember what the lady told us about the husband. I think these two people are the same people. Kuba format omusajja gye yanvumiddemu n'omukazi gy'akoze eki gyanvumiddemu. Okitegeera. So I find that, and we have bought cars with men that had those minor issues. Yeah? And the men never have that outburst. Because I find that when you men are watching this broadcast, mutegeera nti emmotoka bw'ogula emmotoka eya ssente bweziti oyinza okwesanga olina okukanikamu kino na kino. And I tell you guys, ne mbagamba emmotoka yonna kasi ogigula nga nkadde ojja gisaamu akasente. And I also tell you, bwe tugula emmotoka naawe empuliriza. Let me say this again. If we buy a car and I tell you what you should do, ky'oba okola. When we buy a car nkugamba ekitalemesa mmoloka kutambula tokikanika for this period of time, tokanika kintu kitalemesa mmoloka kutambula. So we get done and the lady drives the car. She calls me even I think the next morning. Mmoloka yateredde terina adde obuzibu. So she drives it. And then I think why say ubanga since we bought that Vitz. And then she sent me a message. And then she says, Arthur, I'm spending a lot of money in the car. And I ask her, okay, what are you spending? So she sends me a list of things. Among the things that she sent me that she was fixing are things that I confirmed, guys, kati kankibagambe wano nina ebintu bengendo gabako garanti ku motoka gye nkozeko inspection nagambye eki steering rack eyo njigabako garanti bamuguziza steering rack emitwalo 18 shock absorbers ezo nzigabako garanti if I inspect a car for you nesigama nti shock onfu nzigabako garanti senganku I inspect a car for you and I don't tell you the shocks are faulty no sanga nga shocks zili faulty I will buy them nze you're going to give me 450,000 but I will buy those shocks senga sigama nti steering rack anfu all the people I'm going to inspect those cars for senga sigama nti steering rack anfu no sanga nga anfu I will buy it. Now, the other thing that disturbed me, they made her buy front shocks emitwalo 25. Front shocks ze motoka yonna tezisukka mitwalo 2 ng'ogyeko ziri SUVs. Front shocks za VTs ziri wakati w'emitwalo 10 ne 15. They made her buy shocks for 250,000. And she's paying willingly because ayagala to bring the blame to Arthur. Ate shocks ze motoka eyo zaali nnamu. Steering ye motoka eyo gye bamuguze yali nnamu. Ekirala kye bamuguza zaali coil nze ze napima nenkakasa nti nnamu. But the reason she's buying the coils is because the husband yamanyi vitizi weekoleramu akantu konna ziba coil. Ye kyamanyi kye yakwata nti coil ze ziba n'obuzibu. Bamuguza shock ne bamuguza coil ne bamuguza steering rack. Okitegeera? Ne bajjamu ebikopo. There are things byemmanyi guys, let me tell you this. When we buy an old car that is below 15 million, there are things byemmanyi nti mwebiri. Nenga I have ignored them because emotoka etambula bulungi. Let me tell you a thing that happens with cars ze mugule million 10. Most of the cars that we buy at 10 million, mubikopo mugenda baamu ebigoye. Mubikopo mugenda baamu ebigoye. But let me also tell you the thing that happens with motoka ezirimu ebigoye. Ebikopo tebikubagana. Ebikopo byataddemu ebigoye tebikubagana, tebikoona. I am telling you, ebikopo tebikubagana nga babitaddemu ebigoye. This is one of the things they used as a trick on her. Emotoka twagigula nga tekubagana. Okitegeera? Kati ndoozo oba omwami yavuga munaaga emotoka ekubagana ne mubuuza emotoka eyo because she drove the car for like a week, I think. Over weeks bidi. For like a week. Ng'emotoka tekubagana. All of a sudden nekubagana ne bagipangulula yonna wansi. Now, okubagana kw'emmotoka n'eyange erimu obukubagana, you guys mugiwulidde kukola. Ate eyange tenaweza dde emyaka 2 e Uganda. Kati gwe bw'ogula emmotoka a 10 million car, 11 million car, and you want it to be silent, mbasi kutegera, and I've said this time and again, bagenda kubba. Bagenda kubba. Old cars 10 million, 11 million n'amatama gakubagana, ne bumper zikubagana, ne bonnet ekubagana, n'enzigi zino olumu ziba zikubagana. Ontegeera. So ladies, I am not inspecting a car for a lady that is below 18 million. Abakyala, not in a bad heart, si mutima mubi. As long as you're a woman, okujjako ngoze ne bbaawo. And ladies, if you come to buy a car and you come with your husband, prepare your husband. Ne bwabanga wabwongo bunafu butya, prepare your husband. Let me deal. We have had a lot of trouble with ladies. Ontegeera, alekayo bbaawe wakanajja n'agula emmotoka. Badda ye wakati n'ayagala bbaawe ategeerere emmotoka. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I'll tell you, I have relatives nga bafumbo that have wanted me to understand for them. Nga bagenda okugula emmotoka ne mugamba bbaawe yakola ki. Let your husband understand for you. I'll give you another example. The sister-in-law that I was sharing about, she bought a car. The first time that we started interacting, I told her, lwaki tetugenda mu bondi ne weewole emmotoka, and she told me yayita ayagala bbanja. But when she went with a friend of hers to the bond, ng'agenze gula mmotoka nkadde gye yali ayagala nze mufunire, she ended up buying a car on credit. Nze yali tampuliriza. This is something that ladies normally have. But ebiseera ebisinga omuntu amuli okumpi ennyo tamuwuliza ate n'awuliriza ow'ebbali. She was convinced by a broker to take a car on loan, something that I tried to tell her to do, and she did not do. Ontegeera, eh? This is why sometimes abantu abatuli okumpi nze nganze atasitera bakola ki ba inspectingira mmotoka naddala nga bagula emmotoka enkadde. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I normally encourage them to go to the board. Now, ladies, okujja kongoze n'omusajja bawo boyfriend wo oba your brother ng'ate nkiraba mu butuufu you respect them nga their opinion matters to you, because sometimes abakyala bano mbalaba they go with guys that are trying to hit on them, and these guys are normally still struggling to hit it. The guy is not going to try and be honest with you because ayagala kulya. I've seen this multiple times. Ajane guy naye abaze banga talyanga ayagala musanyusa, ayagala probably bagule moroka bebayitawo bati agenda alye, and that guy will not tell her the truth. Or they come with their little brothers, their young brothers or their sisters, gwasinga ku sente nga mutufu oli aliwo kugamba ye baba ladies. For me, I've decided, I had wanted to decide it a long time ago nga makanika ya nemesa osegira bwenjuga noli makanika na nedda nenjuga ne mama bana nedda osegira, but I've decided if a lady is buying a car alone milioni 18 kwambuka bobo gule moroka enkadde eteina ku kansa wa milioni 18, because awo manyi tusobola ofuna moroka boyfriend oja atagenda kwerondako, big brother oja atagenda kwerondako osegira kubanga the moment you don't go with them to the field bagala kulyamu sente ngoze. I have shared the story where the real brother of a chick twagule moroka kavits netugenda bakatekako breaks, the sister gave the money to the brother atali yonga tugula yeri agendo brother bwamara kwata sente sister bwavao, the brother goes to the mechanic namuganze ndi yako mmeka bwemba siri yako jireke moroka njitwale wa mechanic omulala. You get your blood brother is trying to eat money because yabadde ayagala bw'ogenda mu katale ogule moroka ogende naye afune kyali yako, and because you did not go with them kati alina okulya at least kuspare. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Kati that kind of trouble, we never get this kind of trouble with men. With men, I think the trouble we have gotten is when a man buys a car na ajiwa omuntu okujivuga oyo omuntu nga yali mu kumubba. That's normally the trouble we have gotten, and the trouble normally happens when these people don't listen to what I tell them. Guys, when we buy a car together, ne nkugamba kola kino kola kiriko. Me, I've driven especially the old cars nzivuze. Nze manye sobora kulemeza kukuba, manye kitasobora kulemeza kukuba, manye sobora kola kiye. But normally women bwajayeka bwadayeka atawuliriza ali oli ali ewaka. Naye nga teyazze naye. So I advise that you come with those people, your boyfriend or husband, come with them. Nze gwemba mpa instruction mugambe ene moroka erimu kino nekino ekyokukola. Emoroka egenda kubaamu ebyokukola. But there are some of those things that can wait. Nga bw'obikola immediately ogenda kuwulira pinch mu nsawo otandika okulowooza nti waguze bubi. Naye nga ate waguze bulungi. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Guys, mbadde nga mbagamba balamu yakampereza amanda emirundi 2. Ng'agaweereza kuva mu kyalo. This time yatusabyeyo ka transport. Naye amanda mangi. Like amanda ge yatuwadde wano tugagula emitwalo 12. Yagatuwadde buwi. Because he is happy with the car. But one of the things he did, he listened to me. Namugamba Baram, bw'oba ogula emmoroka, kino tochikola, kola bino. Ovuge emmoroka ogende mu kyalo. He drove the Chibina, we bought the Chibina 5 million. He drove it, took it to Nakaseke, gye yali abeera. Then he took it to Ntungamo. Ne bwe yaleesa amanda, yavuze emmoroka ye n'ajja Kampala addayo Ntungamo. Chibina ye million emeka. So guys, emoroka enkadde nzimanyi kati n'empya nzimanyi kuba nazo nzivuze. If we buy a car together and I tell you this can wait, it can wait. That's why normally when we buy a car, the first few times I would recommend you go to my mechanic. The people that have been going to my mechanic have a lot of peace. Era bwankubira nangamba mechanic ankolako kino, I get them another mechanic, and that other mechanic works on them properly. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So guys, now we will in Uganda nga agenda gule moroka jangu naye. Come with. I don't want to say that ladies don't know what they want. They know what they want, but sometimes what they want is rich and they don't want to accept. Okitegeera, guys, emoroka genda ogula wansi wa milioni 15 egenda kulya milioni 2, either in the short run or in the long run. It's you who decides when. Because nemoroka zetugula mu bond ziri ange emitwalo 4-5 zetugula mu bond. Okitegeera, so kati bwe tubanga emoroka gitugula mu bond eri akasente What is telling you that emotoka gyoguze maze emyaka 10 ku kkubo tegenda kulya yadde ekikumi? For me, what I find that will give you peace is that emotoka eyo osobola okugigula netakulya sente immediately. That's when you will not feel the pinch. Because n'abantu abagula emotoka mu bond aso gigula omwaka gugenda okugwako ng'agitalemu million 3. I am telling you. Omwaka gugenda okugwako ng'eyidde million 3. But because he's not putting the money immediately, he doesn't feel it or she doesn't feel it. Now, one of the reasons you're hiring me for inspection, for pre-purchase inspection, is to guide you on what you need to do to have peace with this car. You get to have peace with this car. Kati when I guide you, when okwate motoka nogitwale wa mechanical, managa vuga mo wulire ebibabi akabedde birimu. A mechanic that did not inspect the car, I will tell you, even the mechanics I work with, bumutwalire motoka ngasiye yagikebedde agenda kugikuba. Akukanikise ne byotayina kukanika. I am telling you for a fact. Kati koiro ze bamuguza koiro bazimuguza be mitwalo zo 18. Kati imagine bamuguza ebintu bisatu bya itayina kugula. Bamuguza steering rack, ne bamuguza shock, ne bamuguza ne coil. Ebyo byokka ebintu byamuguza birimu emitwalo 6. She was not supposed to buy those things. Koiro nze mwenyini naliwo nga bazipimanga namu. Ostegeera. Steering rack bamugambe ekubagana. Steering rack ya Vitz old model tekubagana. I've driven those cars. Steering rack ya Vitz old model tekubagana. Steering rack ya Vitz old model ya hydraulic kaluba. Guys. And ladies, for the ladies that are watching this broadcast, I want you to know bawo botamu taking a decision so agenda kufura banka. Your husband will feel at home. They will feel at peace. Namwe abasajja. You've had women that build houses nazimbe emizigo eyo yekka. Ebiseera bisinga babikola because teyesiga baawe. Lwaki teyesiga baawe? Because naye awulira baawe tamwesiga. It's the same thing that happens with the men. Kasita musajja awulira nti tomwesiga, naye alekerawo okwesiga, n'atakugambye saawa yonna nnono, saawa yonna ono agenda. They will start even thinking, oba kiiki ono ayagala Arthur, lwaki teyantutte? So ladies, when you're going to buy a car, if you decide, ne bw'onooba okwesezzaani oku-inspecting emmoloka yo, go with your husband. This car mugenda bamugivuga babiri. Tomwewaggulako gw'olwokuba ofunyeemu ku ssente zo. And majority of the time when a chick leaves the husband, she doesn't respect him. Omukazi bw'akulekenga waka n'agenda n'agula emmoloka n'akomawo nayo, she despises you. Ekyo njagala mukimanye. All the times when chicks came to buy kanga aina omusajja waka gwe balina abaana, she doesn't respect him, and I don't know why. I don't even know why as a man I accept that. Let me give you another scenario we had with a Vitz eyo. Now, to inspecting emmoloka, we go at a certain place where akamotoka nga kabinga engine infu, but it looked really nice. Now, nze emmoloka nagiganirawo because nagiwulira otwagisako computer ngireta errors nyingi. So I stand aside because zinalingi gani. Then the lady came with 2 men. Omu later on yangamba, Arthur yono makanika akola mu Toyota ali wana ali mu kupima. I did not react because it's bewildering. Why would you bring a mechanic that you think is actually more qualified than Arthur to inspect together with Arthur? Naye gwe agamba nti makanika wa mu Toyota nga mmanye mmotoka okumusinga. I don't know if you guys get where I'm going. Ngamanye mmoloka okumusinga. I've had encounters where people came with mechanics and they knew what they were doing. Like waliwo omusajja yagula wish UBC yajja ne makanika we. Makanika we yali amanyi kyakola. Fenera to agreeing. Kati ono omukyala yaleeta makanika. Naye nga makanika gwaleese manye mmoloka okumusinga. Guys, if someone tells you nkola mu MTN, tekitegeeza nti CEO. If someone tells you nkola mu motoka, tekitegeeza nti makanika wa Nissan. Ayinza okuba akola mu motoka nga ya parking emmotoka. Naye nga gy'akola tekitegeeza nti makanika. I've had so many encounters where people brought a mechanic nga ali mu kukebera emmotoka naye nga byakebera ayina method z'akozesa okukebera emmotoka ya petrol nga bagikebera emmotoka ya diesel. Nga ayina method z'akola okukebera emmotoka ya diesel nga bagikebera emmotoka yaki. Kanika lutwagula lole. The gentleman came with his driver, again ovuga lole eyo. Nga he's just a driver naye nga guy amanyi emmotoka. nga byetukebera engeri gye tubikeberamu naye bwabikebera ne tukebera moroka naye bwabikebera ontegeera. So we chose a kanga fene moroka gye tulona we all agree ng'emmoroka nnungi. But sometimes era when the lady told me olino makanika wa Toyota azze kupima kulaba oba byokola obimanyi, I told her, you know what, nga oli makanika n'omusajja omulala gwe yajja naye who was not the husband nga ba agree nze ku mmotoka eyo ne mbagamba emmoroka eyo mulaba bamuba gye mwagala nga ntuuse kati awo nga nkivuddemu. Because most of the time actually the ladies that come without their husbands not only despise their husbands but they also they literally have trust issues with everyone. So ne mugamba omanyi kye tuba tukola emmoroka bwe mba gye musiimye nze sijaagadde naye makanika wo kaagivugemu ne makanika wange, if they come back nga bakkiriziganyizza nti emmoroka gye tuba tugula, you take it. Now when these two mechanics came from the test drive, makanika wange nangamba naye ono makanika gwe baleesenga makanika ava mu Toyota owedda ng'ebintu abibuuza nze okitegeera and they came back nga bonna ba agree nga the engine was faulty. Okitegeera because why? Let me tell you one of the things that we see. Senga tugenda okugula emmotoka mu kibanda mwe tugenza okugula emmotoka nga nannyini emmotoka yagala okwekubira self, that's a red flag. So that car, that Vitz that we saw, nannyini emmotoka nannyini kibanda yali yeekubira emmotoka bw'amala ogikuba n'asooka agirinnya ku miro for like 2 minutes. That's a red flag. Agibugumya bwetabuguma tetambula. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Era bagenda ogenda mu test drive ng'emmotoka teyina maanyi ne bakomawo ne baagreeing naye nga both the men that she had come with baali baagadde kali akamotoka because kaali kanyirira. Emmotoka z'ebibanda muzimanyi bwe zibeera zitemagana ziti because normally when the trader buys the car the first thing they do is work on how the car looks. Okitegeera eh? So it so happens that happens. Kati the thing that happens guys emmotoka bw'ogigula ng'oguze emmotoka nga si mpya ebintu by'olina okusookerako okukola engine performance eri on top condition, gearbox performs properly, do the brakes work, ebyo bibyo engine, gearbox, brakes ebyo byani ebyo bibyo to drive the car and reach your destination safe. Electronics zikola emmotoka tepipira. Those are the first things you're going to look at. Then bw'ova ogenda ku by'abasirikale, the wipers work, the windscreen is okay, emipiira kuliko ebyo by'abasirikale, third party kweri ebyo by'abasirikale. Now bw'oba olina ebyo ebintu Kampala tolina wootagenda omusana guze Kampala oba tolina wootagenda the moment you have those things. Mubitegedde ng'oguze emmotoka enkadde sorry network enzijeko bw'oba oguze emmotoka enkadde electronics and the braking system ebyo ebintu bwe biba bikola you okay. Kati genda ku by'abasirikale side mirrors kweziri endabirwamu wiper zikola third party kweri emipiira kwegiri naawe ina permit ebyo by'abasirikale bw'oba olina ebyo ebintu ng'emmotoka abaguze emmotoka enkadde. If those things work, you are good. There is nowhere you cannot go in Uganda. Awo oli bulungi. Ebyo ebintu bwe binaaba biwedde, kati otandika okukola ku comfort. Okitegeera, tandika okukola ku comfort. Nti shock absorber zikola bulungi. Shock absorber zikola bulungi. Bushes nnamu. Obukono bulamu. Wheel alignment. Actually, wheel alignment ina kubeera wali ewasooka. Is it aligned? Because the Primo we bought yesterday na mugambye genda bakole service bakole ne wheel alignment. So the wheel alignment nungi okitegeera kati awo oliokotandika okukola ku comfort esse ekola. But me right now S is a top priority because I know my people. Nze abantu bange bamanyi mwagala nnyo emmoloka ennungi. Car lovers live yaffe ngeri 5 minutes short. I don't know what you mean. Ata yo makanika yali atandise okunkolako emikolo nenninnyamu break. Ate tewaŋŋamba n'ali kufunidde omulala. Guys, one thing I need you to realize, nze makanika bw'aba atandise okukolako emikolo gwe nkubira. Okitegeera bamakanika bonna balinga abakiina mu DNA okubba. Okitegeera lwakuba nti bw'oba tomanyi nti bakubba tosobola kumanya nti bakubba. Okitegeera? Makanika asobola okukolako emikolo n'akutamya emmotoka yo. That's the thing that you need to understand. Yenna, there is no mechanic atuukiridde. Ate mwe bagayi nabagamba bw'oba onayagala okubeera ne peace, if you have a place where your car can be fixed from, makanika ajjaawo. Nze emmotoka yange tegendangako mu garage. It has never gone to the garage. Emmotoka eno yange bagikanikira wange office wange. Wajja n'ansanga n'agikola. Awo tafuna distractions. Tafuna na magezi Gaba. Kale bw'agafuna gaba matono anziba ku spare naye aleeta mulungi kuba mbeerawo nga nsobola buli bw'aleeta mugamba buli ky'oleeta leeta nkitunuleko. Okitegeera? So emboozi ng'empiseeko. One day I met a guy in Bwaise. He looked suspicious. When I dropped someone, he requested me for a lift. I kind of declined, but a guy looked like he was on a mission. I used to organize staff party for Nalia SS, St. Peter's, St. John, blah, blah, blah. I know that place. The day the boat capsized, I was at the beach. I saw Mlangira coming. Yeah. Naye Arthur, abantu baffe abeeyo, please tell them to wear condoms. Awo navuddeyo. 60 years with a boyfriend. Chris Fitness, obadde ki? Is it possible to get a good chibina? I don't mind about the price. Chibina ennungi gye ziri. Era chibina ennungi temulaba n'episa mbazitunda million 10 kati. Mr. Arthur Babi Williams. They know. But when the ladies buying them trust issues, but not all men know about cars. I know that, but let the man be involved. Talk about Toyota Corolla Axio. Corolla Axio is a normal Corolla. Iringa Primo, Iringa Corolla Namokade. It's a good car just buy. Ebedam 1NZ. Arthur, some of our ladies understand. Even if they come for a car of 10 million, she will understand that she's buying an old car. Tobagoba bonna. Ray, muteke ko omuntu ajje naye. Oba mu Muganda wo, oba jene Muganda we. I really want to have, because I don't know if this is totally true, but I find that majority of the time ladies baroza na mitima, their emotion, they think with their hearts. Fabasajja tuliku, this adds up, this doesn't add up, this adds up, this doesn't add up. That's why I want ladies to come with someone they can respect, whose opinion they can respect. And the other reason why I love to work with men is when a man doesn't want something, they will say, I don't want this thing. I don't want it and I won't do it. What are some of non-emergency repairs on a newly bought used car? Now, guys, when you buy a newly bought used car, yeah, a used car in Uganda, ebikubagana kasita kibanga tekimeketa biveeko sooka obyesonyiwe. Ebikubagana okubimala mu mmotoka bisobola okulya emiliyoni y'essente depending on which mechanic you have gone to. Ng'ate bya layisi. I'll give you an example. Olaba Vitz eyo bw'oba teweegendereza. Vitz maaso awo erina ebyuma bitono nnyo. Bitono nga bw'okiwulira. Bitono nnyo. Naye bw'ogwa ku makanika omugezi asobola okulyamu emitwalo 8. Afuna bw'abigattagatta awo. Okitegeera n'akuggyako ssente n'azitwala n'azimalawo. For example, I'll give you an emmotoka eyange erimu obukubagana wano mu maaso n'emabega nkimanyi kibushi ky'emabega kyayiika. How long have I been saying ngenda gisumulula bagikole? But I have not, and I am moving. Nvuga kilomita 10 olunaku, leero ngenda vuga kilomita 15 buli lunaku. Okitegeera? Arthur, now like me, when I send her, I tell her to trust you totally without worries, but she comes alone. Will you chase her on our third inspection? Ray, I've inspected the car for you before. What car? Remind me. It seems I remember, but remind me. Remind me which car I've inspected. Arthur, baani abayombere mabega abasajja bali awo. Mwe bagayi. Ray, please remind me which car I've inspected. I will not chase her because I know she has a voice of reason. And if I've inspected her for her before, she knows how I work. Chikariki agambe we have a vanguard na yeye yagana okuvaamu ebikubagana in the rear despite trying different mechanics. Babagamba ki emabega because emmotoka eyo giraba emabega bajjeyo ekitanda bakisuule. Okitegeera okujjako nga buutu yeekubagana because that's a possibility. Ricky buutu ya vanguard esobola okukubagana mu gitwale ewa gayo lya akola enzigi Jamiru. Call me and ask me for his number. But emabega emmotoka emabega teyalibadde tekubagana kubanga ekitanda ky'emabega bakijjamu ne bakisuula ne bakola buli kimu ne mu maaso kyekimu. Emmotoka ebintu ebitera okubagana obwire emmotoka yange ekubagana because wano waliwo ebisumuluzo ebyo ebipapula. Raum, now we are on Noah from Bonn soon. Hey, Ray. Ray, muchala osinza na mugoba. Muchala okumpi alinga musajja, muchala o Nate Ray. Let me tell you the difference between you and your woman. Mweba guy, Ray tatera kubera mugwanga. But what happens with Ray's wife? The wife comes for inspection. Nebuli dachika 10. Honey, ndi wano ne Arthur soko yogere naye kati agambe kino. Honey, ndi wano ne Arthur agambe kino na kino. Ray, do you see the difference between your woman and the women I'm talking about? Ray's wife does not make a decision without Ray saying yes. You get it? I've never met Ray. I don't even have his number. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. But when we are buying a car with Ray's wife, honey, ochitegere ontegera, and Ray is telling us I've inspected 2 cars for them so far. Ochitegere. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Omuchara wabagenda okugula emmotoka, the man should be involved. I know kubera mu decision. That's when there is going to be happiness both in the marriage and in our business relationship. Ochitegera. Talk about speed limits, especially in Kampala, in all areas of the city. 30 kilometers per hour, Alex. Hey, you didn't know? Aga! In the towns outside Kampala, 50. When you're on a highway. Outside Kampala, also not on a highway, 30. Soon we are coming for the 3rd inspection. The Ray Wendy. In some areas indicated 50. Even when it's indicated 50, as long as it's not on a highway, do 30. Bajja kukwata. Tebanatandika ne bajja kukwata. It's only on a highway kati ngabo nraba Bombo Road, ntyoleze, bobere kawempe ne waba lwaka pandika 50 kilometers per hour, vuga 30 kilometers per hour. I am taking mweba guy. Njagala ogula ebintu mu katale naye aba pick up patterns okujjanga bangi. Kansimbule nve wano. Kuba ne meeting yange inaatera, Kambavile parking. These guys have come for fish, I think. Mzee oliwa. Yende? Hey. Ikinga sana kila musatu. Kale nange neyanziza. Ambire bana basajja bajja kunsibirayo. Ate basibane bagenda. So anyway, guys, kagende, it's 9. Muro guy. Munyumida broadcast ne mwirabira okunzikiza nti ina appointment. Ira kamba sibule kubesimu tandika okutegeka oli nti ntuuka kasata ali wala. So anyway, guys, kanfune we parking amba sibule. Ate ngene muka meeting akambezeze Gaba. Kamba sibule wala. So guys, today Tanika program is okay Echimeza. I told you about the program jengendo Tanika bajita Echimeza. Echimeza chemuruka. It's going to be a live broadcast. Mixer ya amazine etuka. The video switcher. So we can actually now like broadcast when I have other people with multiple cameras. So we are going to test it today. Tugenda kuya nega ibamita Duncan Maliso. I know a wealth of knowledge ku race tracks, ku racing. The racing business in Uganda. So I'm going to have him today, and we're going to have to talk about a lot of things. I'm not sure about the time yet. You know, kudayoko office in the way, but technical crew to say one okutegeka. Then you came back with the maimwe chamba manyo between 5 and 7 there. tugenda batu broadcasting live from our studios. Katino munzikize mbasibule. Katino Ray omanyi buli jonjogera ne Ray nga simanyi nti yegwe nenga we bali kusupportinga for the love of cars eje emirundi ebiri ja inspection kati ate I am happy that we have also been of good service to you. But guys, no zamula about what I'm saying with the ladies being in touch with their men nga bagule motoka. The first time we bought a car for Ray twajigula sente meka. Was it 17? Yurawum ochegira na ajitunda nitugula nuwa katugenda gule moroka endala inshallah ochitegera. But that's the thing that I'm saying, omukyala buli wabanga involving omwami we, there is a bit of harmony. I think it's because of your influence Ray, but the way, but still era checho buli dakika tano honey ne mwina love nemwe bagayi kamba sibule nziruke mu meeting omanye mboze eri wano. The problem is making an old car look like a new car. Thank you Henry. Ogule moroka enkade no yagala eberenge empya nga nenga n'empya nazo zikubagana. Kankubene ku lweno lweno terukubagana ojiwulira nyenyeza mu kifuna yolo ojiwulira nti mulimu akanyenya so kati moroka empya tanaweza de emyaka ebiri kukubo bweberi mu obuntu oyagala moroka emaze kukuba emyaka 10 ebere, and that's what normally ladies want. Chovola ante ebisere bisinga omukazi bajjogule moroka nga ine milioni nga 18 kwa muka mwabiri njagala nnyo musindika tugende mu bondi osige because I know she will get a lot of peace from there. Ni irabagana because yaba ina kiyaze nacho kyamanyi kye bamutadde mu bwongo nta ate most of the time TikTok is very misleading. TikTok will make you actually there is a time when we tugenda okola ekimeza I wanted to invite one of those chicks abatune moroka enkadde mumumanyi mwenna yamblocking kuba atunde moroka embi, but I wanted her to invite her just kuba kibozi ne yamblocking, but those people ba misleading abantu bagenda baba idea ante moroka ezo nungi jeziri nagamba nyina wano paso set ya milioni 17 paso set ku milioni 17 ogenda jijja wanemu embozi nyumira nnyo kamba meeting network evako Murad K Momo VIP Sebugwao Medi Seru Victor Paul Sema Zas Sevikaje Chizo Gaddafi Kanso Patrick Asiku Julia Sengoba Chris Fitness Luburwa Henry Modern Juice Travel with Shafiq Brigitte Kakai Brian Wanyama Ronald Muchwa Antonio Random Things Presido Oliotia Katina ye Engineer Mugarura Louis Kambes je VIP Karota Uganda, happy birthday in advance. Michael Kasozi, Were Martin, Osip Ankunda. There is a play I'm directing. It's called The Government Inspector. There is a character called Osip. Jay Sekaja, Mr. Cometa UGVIP. Thank you for the vigilance. Chikawa Ricky, Chigozi Stanley, Edward Pro, Rama Charity Organization, Benjamin Senfuma, Wakula Johnson. Okay, I think the other person that was involved in the buying process was Wakula Johnson. We bought a car with Wakula Johnson's wife, and he was on phone. Like every 5 minutes, he would be on phone. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. You get. And they're still happy with their car. They transfer your car, I think, recently because it was the old dog book. Miti Daga, Lubura Chris Fitness, Ismail Motachala, Ham Trades Capital, Ray, Yusuf Minaj, YMS Investments Limited, Kayongo Viani, Philips Edsel, Yono wa meeting ya madan kubida. Nesinza vaunga sibu day. Mwamli bantu bangi baunako. Guys, kamba sibule banange. Munzikirize. I'll see you in the evening. Kuchimeza chemotoka. I'll see you then. Today is our first broadcast. Tugenda ba tugezesa kulaba systems wezikola. Ngeriwe tu broadcasting. My DOP yangambi. Ata okoze TV. Katugenda ba okola live ne wano mu studio. Nemo bagay. Mukama abawo mukisamwe bale kunjagala. But the thing is, omukyala bwaba agenda kujja yekka nga bawe tali involved. nga bawe tali involved emmoloka erina kuba ya million 18 kwambuka waggulu 18 kwambuka waggulu oba ya bond abo sibafunyeemu yadde obuzibu. Actually there is a one gwe nafunamuko obuzibu era baamubba ne bamubbireyo ne jeki ne bagibbamu akakuba babibbyemu okitegeera era the trust issues zibaawo yamayiza ga mechanic atogamba Arthur nene mechanic ayina olugambo yanga guys kangene mu meeting I'll see you today evening ciao.